friends, this is Jazz bringing you kind of a special video. If anything, focus on the picture there, right above my hat, the postcard for better or for worse. Because yes, this is not a for better or for worse vlog. This is something a little special though. It is kind of, how do I put it? Not just kind of a bit of a quick overview of the series in general, but also what I own, but for better or for worse. And maybe I could talk about what it means to me in a way. Now, it's kind of hard to explain. There are certain things that help me get through my anxiety and like when I'm in a lot of pain with my IBS. I know that sounds silly, but I'm trying to think off the top of my head of things that really cheer me up. One of them is for better or for worse. One of them is Pokemon to a degree, and YouTube. So like 3, 4 things. So, also guys, I am going to have my iPhone with me because, you know what, I can remember some things, but there's certain things like facts that I'm going to have to look up. As I said, the series did begin in 1979, but it was specifically in September 9th of 1979, and it ended on August 30th of 2008, the original run of it. And then for a little while it ran in 2010. So, the creator, Lynn, a lot of situations were based on real life scenarios, but they weren't completely real, not true, completely true to the fact. She was able to kind of think of things that actually happened all the time. But there were certain storylines based on, loosely even, sometimes based on events. So, in reality, her children, like at the beginning, her children were close in age to the characters of it, which were accordingly a toddler and a preschooler, but really, when it began, Elizabeth was 7 months. At least, she was a baby, not walking, not a toddler. A toddler is considered someone who can walk, right? Toddler, like when they take their first steps, they're pretty much kind of a toddler. Well, really, depending. I mean, age-wise, it's usually a year and older, but some kids walk when they're 9 months, so it just all depends. My point being is Elizabeth was not a toddler. Perhaps in the reruns, perhaps when it began, she may have been a toddler, but at the very beginning in 1979, she was an infant. She was an infant, guys. But anyway, my point being is that they were pretty much close to the same age, that the kids of Lynn, and you know what, I'm going to say their name because she's publicly said their names, Aaron and Katie. Now, I believe they both were close to the same age when the strip began, maybe a little older, give or take, but by the 3rd or 4th year, she separated them by the two, by making 2 or 3 years ahead. So the kids in real life were 2 years older than their counterparts. So they wanted to separate them, maybe even 3 years. I don't know. But, like, it's hard to kind of explain, like, what I'm going on about. So, I might eventually go over, like, what work she's done. Like, I'm not going to really say all of them, but I'm going to go to the bibliography a little bit. Yeah, that one. I want to go to the bibliography. Like, the legacy, though, was... how many countries was it? Over 20 countries, like, including the U.S., that it has been released in. I don't even know how popular, for better or for worse, is nowadays, when there's things like anime and manga, and, like, the Peanuts were always classic, right? Because it's been on TV a lot, too. Where, for better or for worse, did have a TV series for maybe a year or so, where Peanuts has always had holiday classics, and even Actually, Lynn herself was friends with the Peanuts creator. So they were good friends, right? She was friends with his wife, like, and everything. So, but my point being, like, things like Peanuts has had a lot of exposure worldwide. So, that's, like, I want to bring some attention to this strip, even though it probably still does. I'm not saying it didn't have a lot of readers, especially at the time. Right? But altogether, she had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 collection books. 31 collection books. I'm not going through all their names right now. I don't know, maybe I'll leave a link in the description so you can read them all. And treasuries, she has 4, which I actually own all of them. The treasuries, anyway. I do not own, I hate to say this, I don't own any of the collection books. But that was before, like, all that came, and it's hard to get. So she has 4 collection books. There's 2 Sunday collection retrospects. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 retrospect collection. Little books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Gift books. 2 tour books. I don't know what that is. She has 10. And the complete library. Now, this is special because this has been 2007 recently. Altogether now she has 3. Well, maybe the 3rd is coming up. I don't know. She has 2 that are currently out. And I hope to get them between my birthday and Christmas. But anyway, let's kind of go over, like, what I own of it. I have the postcard there and a few other postcards. I should have gotten them out. Yeah, but I did get my books out. The very first collection book was released in 2010, and it is something old, it's something new. I believe it's the first, like, if I can read, I'm not going to read it out loud. Like, I do my narration, but I'm trying to think. So, I believe she looked at the work from 1979 to 1980. I think. Wait. Okay. So it's 1979 to 1981 in this particular book. I don't know if the others say the amount, but. And the best thing about these treasuries that I like, that I know it probably won't see in the, the complete set ones, is the, words, but I'd still like to own them. So this was made in 2010. Going to, go back to the treasuries. Treasuries, okay, so that way I can see the other one. And the next one that was released in 2011 was In the Beginning There Was Chaos. Elizabeth is hiding in that couch. Who didn't do that when they were a kid? Well, I don't think I did. I don't remember. So I'm going to see if I can see the there. Let me see if I can see it. So far, I don't. Wait. Oh. Okay. So it was the spring of 1881 and the fall of 1983. So this is when these ones ran. This book ran from. So, it was more specific this time, and it had to look really hard, but, I mean, I just love I love this. Now, the next one that we're going to show was a little bit later, Making Ends Meet. And that took another almost 2 years to make, and it's half what the other two are. It's actually split up with the fourth one here. But showing you one more time. Oh, and I'll show you the back. You know what? I never showed you the back of the other two. Okay, so let's... This is something old, something new. And this is, in the beginning there was chaos. Yeah, I got a little excited there. So I'm going to see if I can find, so it's at least 1983 where this began. So let's see if I can find, okay. So it's actually from the fall of 1983 to Christmas 1984. So since this is a split book, this probably does have half what the other ones would have. So this is only a year worth of them, a little better than a year worth of them. So far we have it from 1979 to 1980. Did I say 84? Yeah. So, and the last one, which we ran in 2014, was It's One Thing After Another. And that is adorable. And let me see, can we find how long this one ran from? Because this is a split one. Okay, well, so we don't see it. So there's nothing here. So this is the second half of it, so. Okay, let's just make a guess. So this would be in Christmas of 1984. So they had Christmas here. So it's after Christmas here, so I would say it ran from the Christmas of the winter of 1984 to Christmas or the winter of 1985 is my guess, guys. So altogether, this 4 collection book went from 1979 to 1985. So that is roughly 6 years worth in these 4 books, which is awesome. Almost 6 years in 4 books, 5.5 years, so that is awesome. So, let me see. I'm going back to the collection books, so the complete library. So it says that the first one, it's launched in 9 volumes, and the first one, it covers 1979 to 1982. And the second one is from 1983 to 1986. So, if I got these 2 volumes, I would get maybe a year more than I have with these 2. But when you think about it, it's these 4 are treasuries, right? So, I don't know if every single strip is completely covered in those treasuries. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'd be wasting my money because it is possible I would get more strips that they decide just not to include in the strip. Plus a year extra. Now, there is kind of be a 3rd volume, but that is a lot more money at this point. I'm trying to find, I respect Lynn and her work in the site. I use the site a lot for my FBOFW vlogs, but the $50 for 1 volume, yeah, it's not going to work out for my aunt anyway. Hopefully the shipping is not going to be much. I do attempt, or plan to attempt, to get at least volume 1 and 2 between my birthday and Christmas, so, and if I do get them, my aunt did give me permission to do the unboxings. So once I know they're in, I'm allowed to open them up on camera for you guys. But then I don't, like, if I got it after, if it came in after my birthday, the first one, then obviously I can read it right away. But if they come in before my birthday and before Christmas, like each of the following, my aunt gave me permission to do a video for you guys of it. Then I give them right to her if it isn't time for me to have it. And my aunt has been great that way, even with my games. Like if I got game, I'd be able to do like a gamer's pickup or something with them and then give them to my aunt. She's always been supportive, like to a degree, of my channel. She'd ask, so how many subscribers, or so, like how many videos did you know? She does sometimes say, well, are you burning yourself out? Yeah, like, and that is understandable. But besides that, she is supportive of me doing this, and even allowing me, like, to, like, if I say there's a certain food, I know this is a retrospective for better or for worse. I'm just saying this quickly, like, just for that example. If I want something, if there's something I really want to try for my tastings, when we can, she'll get them for me for the video. So she is extremely supportive that way. I mean, if it became a job, she would be extremely supportive, but she wouldn't care if I earned the money. But she, like, even though it's just a hobby right now, to me it's like a second job, and she's like, just to me it feels like something I'm passionate about, and she is as supportive as is understanding as she can be. So she allows me, like, to show things in my video in a way, like, even though I shouldn't be opening or seeing anything at all. So you guys will see them when I get them. Hopefully I will. We're just going and looking at the prices, including shipping. We're deciding on anything, and I'm really looking forward to it. And eventually I will get the third set. I just gotta see if there's a sale on them, or a time where I can choose and buy it with $50. Because it is, like, I'd say, like, each of those two following ones were 3 years worth. So I would say the other one would be from 86 to 89, or 87 to 90. So it kind of goes that way. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this whole thing, give it a big thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel and like what you see, please subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so you'll know when new videos are coming out. And I will see you guys in my next video.